Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Kal Halal Yam La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Ha Rakakwadash. And, as always, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, who do rule and teach well. That is the only camp I follow. That's the only camp that I watch. I don't watch no other camp. I'm not with Sakari. I don't know if that nonstop on the block, they call him Wily Coyote dude, y'all call. I don't know if he's reposting my videos. I hope he never did, because I have nothing to do with him. So if you see my channel, because I was checking his page out, and he likes to repost other brothers' pages, and even brothers that really probably already know not to deal with him, and probably don't deal with him, but he just reposts their videos anyway. Just in case if you ever reposted mine, to put it out there. I only follow GMS, and I'm always gonna push that vibration. All right, no matter who else, see any bug outs, repost my videos. I'm not with him. I don't know him. All right. So this is the book of 2 Timothy 1 and 7, because I was kind of thinking about this topic. I want to exhort you brothers out here who are to yourselves, and you don't have the luxury of being in a 10-man camp, 20-man camp. I don't really know how big the main camp is, but the main camp is deceptively big. Like, you maybe watch one channel and you think that it's just like 5 brothers, but no, bro. The main camp has like 100. Like, when you watch those videos, you gotta check out their videos when they have at the camp breakdowns. They got a lot of men out there, man. A lot, but that's not gonna be what it's gonna be for the majority of us. Even with you brothers out there in you different states, you maybe got like 10, but of course it depends. But a lot of us, I'm not gonna say a lot of us, but you have some of us out here, because I don't know the exact numbers, but you have some of us out here who are just like a one-man camp or so. So I want to just exhort you brothers to what you do when you're afraid to camp, right? Or for me also, I was afraid to actually like go out to another person's camp. Like, I was afraid of going to the main camp. I thought that like I was gonna die or something, or that like the police were gonna come kill me or something, or I don't know what the hell I was thinking. It was some demons, bro. But you had to man up, right? So 2 Timothy 1 and 7. For the Most High have not given here we go. We start here. 2 Timothy 1 and 7. For God not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And you got the word power should be dynamic, strength, power, influences, power, resources, right from numbers, worker, strength, mighty, ability, right? Love and of a sound mind, right? Sound just means like discipline, essentially. Sophonismos, self-control, moderation, right? And that's the spirit that we're in. We're in the spirit of, be able to control your foot, control your yourself. The elders, they made videos about that, like you have to like conquer yourself and things like that. Like, you have to rule. You have to rule yourself. It's something that I need to work on. We all need to work on. Controlling ourselves, controlling our thoughts, things like that. And just not letting this world get you down, man, because it's depressing out here, man. We all need to work on that, man. Better control ourselves, control our spirits, and just be better brothers, man. That's a part of it. That self-examination. Talking to myself first and foremost. Verse 8, be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord, nor of me his prisoner, but be thou partaker of the affliction of this gospel according to the power of the Most High. Right? So don't be ashamed of the testimonies. Don't be ashamed of the scriptures. Don't be ashamed of the ministry, you know? Because that's the thing too. Like, you know, you can be people are ashamed um, of what we do. You know, even these guys, these Yah Israelites, right? These guys that don't say the full name. They say some false name, Yah. I don't know who came up with the whole Yah thing, but these bug outs, you know, they're always about like handing flyers out, but none of those Yah dudes are ever sharp. You know, honestly. I mean, Sakari, you know, I see those guys. Those guys could be, you know, pretty good here and there, and Wi-Fi is pretty good here and there, but no one's sharp like GMS sharp. You know, like GMS is like a special kind of sharp. Like I still listen to them to this day. You know, like I got my start, you know, listening to those brothers, and I still check in, you know, frequently. And those brothers are real sharp. You know, they get into like the nitty gritty. You know, they get into the scriptures, they get into the articles. You know what I mean? They get right into it. They're not just, you know, yapping, right? So I thought of that one. Do I have any precepts? No, I don't. There was another one I was thinking about. I think I know where it is off the bat. Maybe 44. I got a feeling it's 43. Yeah, here you go. It's 44. No. I guess we can go this. Isaiah 44 and 2. Thus saith the Lord that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. For now, O Jacob, my servant, and thy Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. And Jeshurun just means Yashar one, which, it is Yashar one, not Yashar one, which means upright one, you know. Symbolic name for Israel, describing her ideal character. Symbolic name, right? So, yeah, the Lord will help you. So don't be afraid. Don't be in fear. You know, where you're, you know, afraid and things like that. And some stuff that I kind of learned, you know, camping, you know, by myself, which, you know, I was kind of forced to when I started out. Like, I was watching GMS, and I talk about it a lot, that, you know, I was still in school, you know, when I was watching GMS, and, you know, when I fully came out there, I asked for advice, like what I should do, and, you know, not to put all my business out there. They, you know, they pretty much told me, like, yo, you should quit school and just like work a regular job. And that's what I tried to do. I tried to ask, like, you know, my parent, because my father's dead, right? So I tried to ask, like, my mom, like, yo, like, can I quit? And she just got livid, and she's like, you've been talking to them Israelites, you know, because I made the mistake of telling her about it like a few months ago, but she kept that in her mind because the demons are messing with her. And you know, she just got fucking livid, and like she was getting all mad, and she was threatening to throw me out the house, and then she was fake crying and shit, and I was like, what the fuck? But you know, I always keep this in my mind, because it's rung 100% true. Amon Gabar, in the spirit, he told me, he said, you know, now that you came here, those demons are going to get on you a lot more. And he wasn't lying. Before I went out to that camp, I wasn't getting messed with by demons like that. Like, I was just straight, like, kind of cruising. You know, I was going through like little videos, but I wasn't strong in the spirit. Like, I didn't know a whole lot of precepts. I didn't have much wisdom, much knowledge. But then I went out to that camp, and then everything changed. You know, then I got afflicted more, and I became, you know, stronger and stronger as a, you know, brother. It's not to gas myself up, but you know, I could go into like a lot more topics and things like that, and you know, and I've been, you know, just still trying to get even better, you know, to be a better teacher. That's what I like to do. That's what I'm passionate about. Like, if I can become, the best teacher that I can be before Jacob's trouble comes. I want to have, as much knowledge, accumulate as much information as possible before I'm not gonna be able to, you know. But right, verse 3, if I pour water upon him that is thirsty and floods upon the dry ground, I pour my spirit upon thy seed and my blessing upon the offspring. And that waters the scriptures. So the Lord's gonna have the scriptures enter into you, right? Thirsty, like brothers who search for truth. What is the truth? You were the dry ground. I was the dry ground, right? Because that's what I wanted, and actually I even prayed for that. Like, I just didn't have any direction. I actually prayed for direction, because I was watching these other camps and they did give me the name, so at least I had to start with that. But it kind of came to a point where I was just like, even watching these other camps, I still felt lost, and I prayed for direction, and then, the Lord sent me, in GMS, here I am now, and I'm not going anywhere, because the other camps are ridiculous. There you go, verse 33 and 1. But now thus saith the Lord, that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not. But now just saith the Lord, that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee, I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. And so the Lord called us out by name. He says that you are his, so don't be afraid to go out there, was to be harmless, wise as serpents, harmless as doves. So I mean, when it comes to camping, there are certain things you can keep in mind that will help you have an easier experience. This isn't gonna be for everyone though, but you can try camping in an area that's maybe not super populated all the time. I wouldn't camp in a Times Square or something. If you're by yourself, I wouldn't do it a Times Square. It's just too much. I mean, you can do it in anything that's possible through spirit, but you're just kind of asking for it at that point. There's just too many people, too many demons. You couldn't even hear yourself speak. All this noise and shit going on. You want all things to be done decently and in order, right? You want to have an orderly camp, But what I would do, and it kind of depends where you are. You want to find a building, ideally that's closed on the day that you're camping, So look that up, right? Use your Google Maps and the whole, immersive feature. Go there, depending on the day, typically, the way it kind of works, at least how out here in NYC, throughout the weekdays, you got 8 o'clock, 8 to 9, or the super high frequency times, where everyone's kind of getting out there. So I mean, if you get out, you gotta probably get there 6 or 7 a.m. if it's a weekday, or you can do maybe 10 or 11, just assuming that this day is your day off and you have a free day. You can do 4 to 5 as well, and those other times later, but I don't really recommend any brother camp at night. You never want to camp at night, but that's if you have to do the weekdays, because not every job will give you a free day during the weekend. It depends on the work, because nowadays if you try to get a job and you say that, I can't work weekends, they'll say, we're not sure what shift we're going to give you, so if you can't do it, then you're going to have to leave. And it's they play that kind of game with you, unless you're like a higher level, then you can kind of finagle your way. But for weekends, what I've noticed, not that I'm like some super advanced guy, but I'm just naming tips. Then get into more scriptures in a second. But for the weekends, what I've noticed, as I just here in New York City, I don't know about other places, upstate. When I was out there, it really didn't matter. It was never like super crowded either way, like whatever time you went out there. But I always camped weekends, and when I was up there in upstate New York, like super early mornings were like dead, and it was perfect, you know. But out here in New York City, and it's probably the same for like everywhere. On the weekends, honestly, the earlier the better. So anything like before 12 is like really good on like a weekend, because at the weekends everyone sleeps in, and then you get your high traffic in like the afternoon, because no one is working. People typically aren't going to work those days, and they just go to bed and sleep in, or they probably get drunk and whatever, and they're probably hungover or high or whatever the fuck. So that's just my little tips for brothers that are by yourself. This isn't geared towards brothers that are like in GMS, or that are like obviously elders. Like, you know a lot more than me, and you could probably say a lot more than me. Like, I don't, I'm just a young guy. Just want to put that out there. Just something to like, just things to think about. Let's get back to scriptures. So this is a worm. Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah 41:14. Fear not, thou wilt Jacob, ye men of Israel, I will help thee, said the Lord, and the Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. There you go. Israel looking to worm for several reasons. Worms are vulnerable, have more protection, and worms are comfortable in dust, confusion. Oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, fear not, thou worm Jacob. Amen, Israel, that will help us. 15 is talking about spiritual power. We don't need that. This book of Isaiah 41:17. When the poor and the needy seek water, and there is none, and the Lord faileth for thirst, Lord will heal them. I, the Lord, the God of Israel, will not forsake them. Right? So we're the poor and needy, and we sought the water, which is the scriptures. And for a long time there was no water. Right? And our tongue faileth for thirst, and the Lord heard us, and He gave us, the rivers of living water, which is these scriptures, and this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Right? All starting with Elder Abba Bivens, then Masha, the Elder Masha was a high priest, Elder Masha, and Elder Arya, and all those other elders, and so on and so forth, coming on down to our elders. You have the Apostle Tar, if I'm correct, Gabar came in next, and then Aryamlub, Aryamlub, Slovakia. And I think Bishop Zakaran, he made a video a long time ago. He came in really early on too. You did like a video with the brother talking about how he came into the truth. It was really interesting to hear. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So the Lord's gonna hear you, and you start out, and you're like, man, I don't know these scriptures. The Lord, pray the Lord will deal with you, man. We all need to pray for that. I need to pray for that more. The Lord would open up my mind so I can understand these scriptures better. And then you can quickly grow in this knowledge and this faith, and get into these scriptures, and not getting into the always get into like the common stuff. You want to branch out. You really want to grow. Like, I've gotten to the point when it comes to like prophecies and like news articles, I don't touch Matthew 24 anymore. I'd rather use like another version of it, like in Luke or something else. But You know, I'm not saying that to brag, but I'm just saying that there's a lot more prophecy, a lot more stuff that goes about NDs. There's a lot more scriptures than just Matthew 24 and Second Esdras 15 and 16. There's a whole rest of Second Esdras, and then there's, you know, Jeremiah's and Isaiah's, you know, Nahum's, and, you know, like so much you can get into that it's honestly too much to get into with one video. So, you know, that's pretty much it. Just want to kind of make this video to pulling out random things, kind of went in the spirit today. You know, various precepts about like, man, like I'm scared to camp. Like, what do I do, man? You know, I gave you, you know, some precepts to kind of have in your mind, and then I also kind of, you know, gave you some tips. I said, you know, ideally camp during like a time when it's like kind of low traffic, you know, manageable kind of traffic. You don't want to camp in an area where it's like a million people or whatever. Like it's just, you know, all these demons around and stuff like that. You know, ideally not. You know, you just find a camp spot. Feel like your camp is like crowded and you come there at like the wrong time, right? Keep that in your mind and then come in the next day. You know, and handle it. So a lot of it is you know, a lot of like trial and error. You have to like find a spot, and then you have to like find the right time to like go at that spot. You know, and you can just kind of you know, figure out, and you know, of course you're bound to your own schedule that you have. So you know, you just gotta you know, figure it out. You know, and this is of course all assuming that you have a sign and you have a garment, which both are, you know, pretty easy to either get or make. You know, you can there's places that make like the A-frames, which if you can by yourself, if you can by yourself and you don't have a car, I don't really recommend you have an A-frame. Just like you can get like an easel bag, and you can just put your stuff inside the easel bag. I got the idea from a brother a long time ago. And you can just have like a sign in there. You can get it custom, but I've seen a lot of brothers nowadays, they'll just take like I've seen some brothers take like a plank of wood and just write like with a Sharpie the 12 tribes. Man, I don't know if you could use like a poster board. I'm just saying for brothers that like maybe don't want to spend the money. I don't know if you could use like a poster board, but that's a good question. Gax, you know, but ideally you would just, you know, maybe just go to like a place that makes it and send it to them and see if they do it. You know, if they turn you down, you get someone else. You know, but that's pretty much it. You know, first things first, of course. The main thing, I think I already said this, but you know, most important thing is like if you're scared to teach, you gotta pray on it, man. You know, and pray for that spirit of strength, and you know, knock, and then you know, shall what's up with you, you know, and so on and so forth. You know, and take advantage as well. Like, don't be like a stranger. Like, you can go ahead and like all the brothers are like super nice, man. Like, you know, this come from someone who's like seen them and taught to them. Like, they're all super kind, bro. Like, even other brothers, other GMS brothers, like in other places besides New York, like that have like asked questions in their comment boards. Like, they're all super kind, bro. Like, if you asked, they'll give you answers, bro. Like, for like tips or like, man, I need help or whatever. Like, I don't know what this means. Just go ahead and ask. You know, like that's a good sign. You know, like the brothers will be happy to see it. Yeah, I know I'm happy to see it. But the one edified, shalom.